What's up and welcome into the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang Whitaker. He's Michael Wallace. We are courtside at FedEx Forum, where the Memphis Grizzlies are getting set to take on the Phoenix Suns. Grizzlies coming off that 106-105 big win last night against the San Antonio Spurs. It was health night. The Grizzlies got healthy against that Spurs team, even though a lot of guys are still hurt. And now they're coming up tonight against this Phoenix Suns team that's been one of the surprising teams in the NBA this year. Let's start by talking, Mike, about that game last night against the Spurs. Grizzlies came into that, the walking wounded a bit, looking at the roster, not being able to tell who was going to be able to go. Ran out of lineup with some guys playing major minutes who aren't used to playing major minutes.
Yeah.
And fought and got the win. And Cam Spencer was awesome last night in that game. Finished with 21, 8, and 8. Scored the last 5 points for the Grizzlies to seal it. I actually said, I wrote in my notes, you can't say enough about the way Cam played last night, but let's try.
Yeah.
What'd you take away from his performance last night?
You know, just relentless, just clutch. You know, he's a guy that he had a little stretch in there where he wasn't shooting the ball too well over the last 2 or 3 games before last night. And he stayed with it, man. If he's going to be out there, he's going to play hard. He's going to give you an opportunity to stay in games just because intensity and, you know, the way he plays is going to come to the forefront. I think the most impressive thing, he hit the 2 big shots that put the game in the Grizzlies' favor, but the 0 assists. Going up against that San Antonio backcourt, man, you know, some of the toughest, biggest, most physical guards that he could go up against, De'Aaron Fox. You know, you talk about, you know, just you know, Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox, and then, you know, Stephon Castle, right? They turn guys over, and you know, they couldn't turn Cam over, and then when he needed to knock down shots, he knocked down shots. He was the hero of the game offensively, and it's good to see him do that.
I thought it was like a real team effort from that Grizzlies team, though. Like, even Javon Small played some major minutes for that Grizzlies team.
Yeah, and they pitched in,
with about 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, or maybe it was a little more than that, Cam took a seat to get a rest. And I was thinking in my head, the Grizzlies were up, I think, 3 at the time. And I was thinking, if you can just hold even with Javon Small minutes until Cam comes back. And they actually extended the lead a little bit. It went up by 2, I think. But I thought Cam really kind of encapsulated the spirit of the Grizzlies last night. And the way that it's sort of like, you know, next man up, we're just going to go.
And he's been that way all season long, right? Vince Williams came back from his injury. You talked about that guy getting, you know, guys getting healthy. You know, you talk about some minutes. You know, Jaren had some better productive minutes towards the end as well, too. And they overcame a sluggish first half, right? They were down 10 early in that game, and it looked like San Antonio was going to put it away. Victor Wembanyama, his last moment, was hitting a 3 to put him up 1 with 3.5 minutes left, and then you didn't see him again. But each time, the Grizzlies had an answer from someone. Someone was willing to make a play to make something happen. And you know, again, as Isolo said after last night's game, man, you know, kudos to the heart and the effort and the grind that these guys continue to play with.
It was tied at 37 in the second quarter, and the Spurs went on an 11-0 run. And I was like, all right, well, you know, this team, we're down a lot of guys. We'll see what happens. And they came back into it. You mentioned Isolo talking after the game last night, some of the stuff he said before the game last night. He said this is a team that is searching. When he was asked about like what kind of how he goes into this game, how he approaches a game like last night where you're missing a lot of guys. So tonight, before the game, I asked him, hey, you said you were searching last night. I know he always mentions sample size. I was like, we're going to sample size, I understand. But did the performance last night give you any sort of indication about the search and trying to maybe see where you're going with that? And here's what he said.
Because there's constant instability with the roster. It's changing every game. So, but I will say this, like I said last night after the game, guys are doing a tremendous job competing and making the best out of that situation. But you can really start to improve when you have some stability. We haven't had that yet. We're working towards that, and in the meantime, trying to do everything we can in order to be good.
He actually, it got cut off because
man. Well, we was getting the countdown in the video cut.
At the beginning of it, I said, did you learn anything? And he said no. And then like a couple of other questions came in along those same lines, and he was like, look, like this is who we have. And someone asked him if he'd ever had the situation in previous coaching jobs where guys got hurt, and he said, yeah, the first job he had. And he's like, you just try to avoid it. And I was thinking, well, how do you avoid it? Like you can't. can't, right?
No,
this is the situation you're in.
Right.
And I think for some of these guys, G.G. Jackson's out there right now behind us, they've been able to take advantage of this and show what value they have for this team.
One of the things that's been constant all season in a season of inconsistency has been the bench effort, the next man up effort that you talked about. I give Isolo the most credit. What I've seen him do this year, the one definitive thing that I've seen that I give him credit for is management of the bench and the guys that are available. The Grizzlies have been consistent as one of the top 2 or 3 most productive benches all season long. The development of those secondary guys, whether it's Vince Williams Jr., whether it's Cam Spencer, Santi Aldama has had his stretches where he was coming off the bench and they were good. Jock Landale has bought into his role, and finding the bench role for him is better. And then even the main thing was it took a lot of guts to take Cedric Coward from a rookie and put him in the starting lineup and then move a veteran like KCP to the second unit when he's been a starter all his career for the most part. So Isolo's management of those next man up guys has been superb all season in the face of a lot of things that didn't go his way.
I think also, like you mentioned, you got to give credit to a KCP, to a Jock Landale, veteran guys who, even though the team's missing a lot of guys, are still willing to come off the bench and play their role and do well at it. They've been awesome.
And not only, and like you said, do well, thrive in it. Right? I mean, Kenny had a 20-point game in L.A., right? Jock Landale had a double-double, right? So it's like these guys are stepping up in the moments where they need to. You just hope that this doesn't have to continue to be a break glass in case of emergency situation. The frontline guys have to get healthy, stay healthy, do their job to put this team in a better position.
Well, how close are we to getting some more guys healthy? Do we have any idea?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good quote. We're in that reevaluation window now, right? Scottie Pippen Jr. is supposed to be reevaluated next week to see where he is coming off of the toe surgery. Ty Jerome should be reevaluated, like the window opens right now, the 6 to 9 weeks. We're in that 6 to 9 weeks in early January to mid-January for him. Zach Edey, there should be an update on where he is next week. So a lot can happen as this team gets prepared to finish this homestand and then go over to Europe. We should be hearing where these guys are in the next couple of weeks.
Coach said last night that Ty Jerome's on the court doing work. And tonight, there's a bunch of guys who were listed as questionable, probable, whatever. Santi came out and warmed up. He was one of those guys. Jaren came out and warmed up and looked pretty good. He had illness, like it's not a sprain or something, but Jaren looked pretty good. John Morant's also listed as questionable with that calf bruise he suffered in L.A. I haven't seen him out here yet tonight. I don't know if he'll warm up or if he's going to be
those three are technically game time decisions now. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. You saw Santi. I didn't see Santi.
He looked fine. Santi was good.
And Jaren looked like Jaren. You know what I mean? So, this is a game back-to-back. It's tough. It was going to be tough under even healthy circumstances.
But especially against a really good Suns team. That has been like the top 3 team in the Western Conference for parts of the season. And everyone's favorite Dylan Brooks is back in town. So you get to see DB play a little bit. For the Suns, Jalen Green, a Grizz killer, is out tonight.
He's been out.
With a hamstring, So, but you do get to see Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, some other familiar faces against this team, and I just want to see how they respond. Like this, Grizzlies are, I think, 2-2 on the second half of back-to-back this year, or 1-1, but have done pretty well in the second half of back-to-back. So we'll see how they're able to come out tonight and respond. All right, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back. Jessica Benson is going to join us. You're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dome Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour.
You ain't saying nothing, homie. You ain't fresh as I'm in.
Memphis
Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat 'em. This is our time, we ain't leaving. Give me the crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the warm-up show on Grind City Media. She's Jessica Benson. I'm Lang Whitaker. We are courtside at FedEx Forum getting you ready for tonight's game between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Phoenix Suns. We have an update from Grizz PR. Santi Aldama, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Jemai Mashak are all available tonight. Ja Morant, calf contusion, is out. So, pretty much the same group you had last night.
Except for Vince.
Except for Vince. So, we'll see what this team's able to do. Jessica always joins us at this time to give us her main character. Tonight, who have you selected?
Well, my main character was actually going to be who is playing tonight for the Memphis Grizzlies. And I think the Vince Williams Jr. being out of it component really is big. I think it was really clear last night. Getting him back was so important. While you were still down 8 bodies, what does he give you? Someone else who can play make. 5 assists, 1 turnover. The turnover was bad, but 1 turnover. Everyone had a bad turnover last night. And then also the rebounding, which you lose from Cedric Coward. So now you lose both of those in Vince Williams. That's a tough one to go. But since the injury report spoiled the question of the main character, I'll go with a streak. Can we get a streak going tonight? 2 games in a row. Last night felt, I don't want to say improbable. That's unfair to this team. But considering they were coming off a 4-game losing streak facing the Spurs were getting Victor Wembanyama back, the Spurs second in the West, there was an air of, well, anything can happen, but they're not supposed to win that game. And so they do. And now you can look at this homestand with a new set of eyes as opposed to a really daunting homestand. It's, well, can you get momentum off of this homestand and find a way to take down a Suns team that's won 6 of their last 8 games? Don't say it too loud, but Dylan Brooks playing at an all-star potential level. Devin Booker has been tremendous, especially over these last 4. This is a very good Phoenix Suns team coming into this building tonight.
I think the Suns are 1 game under 500 on the road. The Grizzlies are 1 game under 500 at home. So tonight, somebody's going to get to 500 one way or the other. With Vince out, which Grizzlies player is the most likely to get into a trash talk thing with Dylan Brooks?
That's what I'm most disappointed for.
Cam
I really
Spencer,
thought we had a little
It's gotta be
psychotic
Cam.
energy. It has to be Cam.
Yeah.
Cam can pick it up.
Yeah.
But Vince would have been A1.
I was also thinking, like, most teams, Dylan starts talking and it, causes a thing. Like, maybe this is the team that matters the least because people know him here. Like, we know he's a good dude. Like, no one's,
Yeah, but sometimes when you know someone so well, that's when they can, like, really get into the head the most. But I think Cam Spencer is up for the job. We saw him with some colorful language at the end of the game last night. You never know when he's going to pop into that, not just killer Cam mode, but a little crazy Cam mode. Yeah. And I'll take that.
I'll take it too. All right, thank you, Jessica. But she's on the call tonight on ESPN 92.9. And also on the double post game on Grind City Media. Is Roser back?
No.
Oh, okay.
Devin will be back again tonight.
Devin Walker, Jessica, and Bennett Doyle will be on there tonight. All right, we'll take a quick break. Sherm is going to join us from the Sneak Fest show on the other side of this.
Vince Williams Jr. is he's just an impact guy. He really is. To see him make those threes is great because it's someone else you have to respect. From the three-point line, you got to respect his shot. Oh, getting choked up. But what he gives to you on the defensive end, and again, the length, and not just his scoring, but also his rebound. He's a really good rebounder. You lose Cedric Coward, who's been a great rebounder for this team. That's great. You have Vince Williams Jr. You're still without Ja Morant, so you're down ball handlers. Well, guess what? Vince Williams Jr. can also play on the ball and take care of the ball. He had 5 assists and 1 turnover. And yes, the turnover was so bad, but everybody except for Cam Spencer had 1 turnover last night, at least. That was really, really bad. So he kind of is this kind of creative player that helps make up for the players that you are without.
Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker courtside alongside my guy Sherman Harper from the Sneak Fest show. You can catch us every Tuesday, 2 o'clock live on Grind City Media, talking about kicks, fits, trends, and all that stuff. Tuesday. And it's the end of the year. Well, I guess it's the start of the new year.
Correct.
But last year just ended, and we did our list this year of our top shoes of 2025.
Yep.
And I thought we could talk about those on this show today.
Yeah.
So I'll start with mine. We'll do my top 5. At number 5, I had the Jordan 5 Black Metallic. You guys talked me into buying them on the Sneak Fest show. You guys told me to keep the white laces. There you see them.
See? There you go.
I keep the white laces. I'm still not sold on the white laces, but they're not bad. So
What is it about these you don't like the white laces inside of there?
The original ones had the black laces.
Right.
Although MJ played with the white ones at one point too. So
true.
I don't know.
It gives it a little pop.
Yeah,
It gives it a little pop a little bit.
Number 4, I went with the Bad Bunny San Juan, the blue colorway.
Yes.
I looked today on StockX.
How much?
$900.
For your
These
size
are the
13.
ones. Yeah, these are the ones that were only available at the concert.
At the concert
right?
in Puerto Rico, yep.
Yeah.
So it was this color and the green colorway. They're the only 2 colorways that you were able to get in Puerto Rico.
Well, there's another colorway we're going to get to on your list later. That's a little more manageable.
Yeah.
For number 3, I went with the Nike International Running Pad because this is my list of my favorite shoes. I got these shoes. There's a bunch of different colorways that are different countries, all of like the sort of high-end running shoes.
Yeah.
These are so comfortable.
But hold on, before you move forward, you got to tell people the pricing.
They're listed at $300.
$300.
I got them for $95 on Elvis Presley at the clearance store. So you got to go there and if you know your business, you can do all right there.
Yes.
If you know what you're
if
doing.
you never shopped at the clearance store on Elvis Presley, please do.
Yeah.
For Lang to find this shoe, this is a $300 shoe for $95. That tells you a lot right there.
Brand new.
Brand new, yeah.
I went number 2, the Nike Vomero Premium.
Yes.
The Vomero and the Pegasus have both been awesome. I really like the double air on that and the colorway of it. I mean, it looks futuristic. It's but it's also a really performance-heavy shoe.
Very comfortable as well too.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if most people can see, but the air is stitched in on the side as well too, on top of the Nike shoe. So yeah, that's a good shoe.
I went with number 1, the Ja 3 Max Volume. The Ja 3 came out this year. It's been a hit. It's to us the shoe of the year, probably.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's still relevant. It's been out 6 months now, and people are still talking about it. We're still seeing new colorways, different things come out. So
more and more colorways are coming too.
Yeah,
more colorways.
All right, Sherm, take me through your list, your top 5.
So number 5, what do I have? Number 5. Oh, I had the Bad Bunny. So you talked about the Bad Bunny.
Colorway.
Yeah, I had the different colorway. So this is the this kind of the lighter.
Rojo.
Yeah, it's kind of like the pinkish kind of colorway.
Yeah.
It's a good colorway. It's a good shoe. That model by itself is a good model anyway. It's very comfortable. Like I said on the show Tuesday, anytime I wore this shoe, I had a lot of people ask me what shoe is that. When I tell them it's a Bad Bunny shoe, they was like, "Oh, where'd that come from?" So,
and he has a signature shoe coming out this year with Adidas too.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. I'm thinking it's a surprise drop, like a shot drop, because he's doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So be kind of look out for that, But we'll talk more about that on the show as it comes about. Number 4, what did I have? Number 4, I had the Kit. 1995 Air Max. The reason why I went with this one, I know it's a grade school shoe. Yeah. This shoe is just a wonderful shoe. It's
you went with
nice.
the shoe that we can't even buy.
We couldn't buy. Yes. I know it was a kid's shoe, but it was just something about this shoe. It's just different. Just the details of the shoe. On the inner side of it, got Kit embroidered in there. And I'm a big fan of Kit. I have it on right now. Yeah. I have it on right now, and I tried to get it for my wife and soon-to-be son, and I took an L on both of those. So I got to go back around and kind of grab those. So number 3, I had the Joe Freshgood 992 New Balance, the Age Well. A good shoe, good colorway. Goes back to celebration of Joe Freshgood celebrating 10 years of working with New Balance. He went back to his roots of that was his first model that he ever did with New Balance was the 992. So I thought that was a good shoe to
sort
go
of
with.
similar to the Bad Bunny colorway.
It is that pinkish type of colorway.
Salmon
the salmon colorway. Yeah. Number 2, I had the. Some people got this as their number 1.
A lot of people have this number 1.
It's the number 1. The Naja Air Jordan 4 brick by brick. Good colorway.
Yeah.
We never seen a brick colorway, and this is an actual brick colorway. It wasn't just a red shoe. It was an actual. He got the brick colorway down pat. So I thought that was a good one. And like you said, number 1. the Ja 3.
Yeah.
All colorways. It don't matter what colorway it is. All colorways. It's a good shoe. That's my go-to basketball shoe right now.
Yeah.
I did the Nike ID. Every time I wear the Nike ID, I always get a double kind of go back by looking at the shoe. So
What's your favorite colorway of all of them? This one?
Right now, that's a good one. I would say the Max Value is my first one.
I went with this one, number one, like over the brick.
Yeah.
Because it's a totally new shoe.
Correct.
Right? Like the Jordan 4, it's a Jordan 4.
Correct, right, yeah.
The same silhouette, it's just different colors. So I like that this is something totally new and out of the box.
Because we've been seeing what bricks by bricks. We got the undefeated fours came back. We have it's another shoe I'm missing. We had a couple of fours. We had the Stone Cold 4. We had a lot of fours.
There's that new one coming out too, the white and black.
The white and black. We talked about the Fight Club one
this week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you're into shoes and you don't watch the Sneak Fest show, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what
Every
you're doing.
Tuesday night, me, Sherm, Adam, Jerry, Bennett, Kyra, we're all there talking about shoes and what else is
fashion, everything.
Everything, the whole thing, all the culture. So hope you can join us on there. Sherm, appreciate you joining me right now. We're going to take another break. Michael Wallace is going to join us. You're watching the warm-up show here on Grind City Media.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike? 2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night. Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Jeff Dunham, artificial intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
What's up? Welcome back to the warm-up show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker, Michael Wallace, courtside, getting you ready for tonight's big matchup between the streaking Memphis Grizzlies. We can say that, right? We were 1-0 the last one game.
Yeah,
we can say that. Because Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Phoenix Suns tonight here at FedEx Forum. And now, as we always do at this time, we go around the NBA to talk about some of the stories. I wanted to start with Victor Wembanyama, who was here last night. We got to see him in person. During the warm-up show, actually, he was out there on the court. He did something that was sort of crazy that I don't know if any other person in the world could do. Kick the net.
Yeah.
Like pretty easily, too.
I know. And the rim is 10 feet up in the air.
That's like what, 9.5?
The net's got to be 9, at least 8. So for him to get his foot up there, that means he kicked a 7-footer at the top of the head. You know what I'm saying?
Last night before the game, he was out there warming up, and Jock Landale came out to do his warm-up.
Yeah.
And like we saw last year, we saw like Gigi Jackson watch Kevin Durant. And Jock Landale got to half court and just watched Victor Wembanyama for a good minute or two. Because even Victor Wembanyama warming up is something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
I asked Vernon this last night. I'll ask you too. Vernon brought up Yao Ming. I was like, just physically, when you see Victor Wembanyama, like, what does it remind you of? Any other athlete, player, anyone like that?
Just the length and Yao Ming because of the stature. Like his base, Yao Ming's base was just, he had
massive.
tree trunks, right? But in terms of that length, I hadn't seen that since Manu Bol. Like Manu Bol just didn't look human. He looked like he was on stilts. And that's what Victor Wembanyama,
like.
he looks like he's on stilts.
By the way, shout out to the Spurs for not having Wemby in the game those last 3 minutes last night. I don't know what was going on. But I thought the minute restriction was 25. He played 22.
They
put him
they have a back-to-back too, though.
That's right. They
play the Lakers tonight.
So we'll see if he's able to go.
We'll take it, though. He did his job. He put him up by 1 when he left the court.
Yeah, he was, what do you have, 30 points in 21 minutes? Yeah, he was unbelievable last night.
No question.
I just want to see him 5 years from now because, like, the way he's developing and as good as he is, and he doesn't like the Thunder, which is kind of fun, you know? Like, you need that rivalry. Like, he clearly doesn't like Chet Holmgren.
Right.
So hopefully that gives us something as NBA fans going forward. The big story around the NBA the last couple of days has been Trae Young, who has been out for the Hawks. And the Hawks have been winning without him. And now he's sort of getting close to coming back. And the question is, does he come back to Atlanta or somewhere else? The most recent rumor was today that they said that Washington is the place he would like to go. Who knows if that's accurate or not. But if I give you 4 locations, where do you think he would be a best fit? Washington, Sacramento, Minnesota, or Brooklyn?
I mean, I'll take out Washington and Brooklyn just because they're not doing anything right now. They're not going anywhere.
Maybe that's why he'd be a good fit there.
Yeah, and right. So it would have to be the other two. Minnesota needs a point guard. They need another shooter.
Or Sacramento.
And Sacramento, is he going to make them marginally better? You know, I don't know. I mean, there's certainly some talk about Miami. I think he could be a fit in Miami, but it's going to cost them, you know, probably sending, you know, somebody back that they don't want to send back to Atlanta. Plus, they're in the same division when it comes to that. So, I mean, Trae Young is a shooter. He's a perennial all-star. He's a guy that's going to produce offensively, and he can fit today's NBA. So, whatever it is, wherever he lands, I mean, I don't think it's going to move the needle too much, but you just don't want to see him in Oklahoma City or somewhere.
His passing to me is so underrated. Like, he averages top 3 in the NBA in assists per game, every game, every season. He's been awesome passing. It's just his defense is such a minus that it's hard to keep him on the court. That's why I would think a team like Minnesota would actually be a good fit because he has guys who can cover for him defensively.
But what are you giving up if you're Minnesota?
And you got to give up one of those guys probably, like a Julius Randle or McDaniel or one of those guys would probably have to go to make the money work in that deal. Last one, you just saw the Lakers the last couple games against this Grizzlies team. LeBron said he has to fit his game around Luka, not the other way around. Do you agree with LeBron?
No, but I think it's a great thing to say. I think it's the leadership thing for him to say. When everyone talked about the last year that this is Luka's team, and LeBron is in his feelings, he doesn't want to come back. Man, I knew it the whole way through, man. It's LeBron's team. We saw it the last 2 games against when the Grizzlies played the Lakers. Who controlled the last 2 minutes? LeBron. LeBron was feeding Luka, who was making shots. At the end of the day, Luka's always going to defer to LeBron, and then LeBron is going to set Luka up. But they can coexist, especially against certain matchups, and the Grizzlies have been one of those matchups.
LeBron also said that for every back-to-back for the rest of his career, he's going to be questionable for that second game. And he said, I'm so old, I came out of the womb and slapped the doctor on the ass.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's actually a good one.
It's unbelievable to me to see LeBron still produce the way he is at this age.
It makes you feel like time stood still.
I know.
Right? You and I both were in the league when he got to the league.
Much.
Right,
He looks pretty much the same. He's incredible.
Right.
All right, we're going to get you out of here and get you ready for this game. Before we get out of here, Mike, give me one matchup you've got your eye on tonight for the Grizzlies and the Suns.
Well, Dillon Brooks and whoever Dillon Brooks chooses to guard. It's not going to be Ja Morant. So maybe you put him at the 4 on Jaren Jackson Jr. and see if he can slow him down. But Dillon Brooks and whoever he matches up with.
Yeah, I asked Jessica who was going to talk trash to Dillon Brooks tonight if Vince is out. I was guessing Cam Spencer, right?
Santi will talk some trash.
Santi's not afraid of him, yeah. I was like, of all the teams that play against him, like, Dillon does his thing and gets in their head. Might not work against us because, like, we know. These guys know. They've been around Dillon. They know he's a good dude. They know it's just an act.
They're still friendly in a lot of ways, I
saw Dillon talking to some of the guys during warm-ups tonight, like having a laugh and having a smile. So, like, I think it would be a good matchup. All right, we'll get you ready for this game. The next home game coming up is on Friday night against the Thunder and then on Sunday against the Nets. If you're going to watch tonight's game, you can flip over right now to FanDuel Sports Network for the pregame show and then the game and then the postgame. ESPN 92.9 also has your radio radio coverage tonight. And then post-game, make sure you tune in to FanDuel for the post-game show or Grind City Media for the double post. John Roser will not be there tonight, but Johnny, get your voice well. We miss you. All right, for Michael Wallace, for Lang Whitaker, we're getting out of here. Go Grizz.